Cal Mercer shoved his last farm script across the scarred metal counter. The handler blinked 4 eyes at the stack of credits. This one's cursed off-worlder. Battlefield Hex. No bids all week. Silence hung thick in the yard. Aliens from every clan edged back from the block where Vrya Keth stood chained. Her iridescent scales gleamed under the harsh yard lights, scarred ridges twisting down her arms like lightning. Fangs bared, she scanned the crowd with eyes like polished obsidian. Cal tapped the script harder. Price is price. She's mine. The handler snatched the credits, muttering, "No refunds on cursed stock. Sign here." Cal gripped the stylus. Ink scratched across the transfer papers. Raya's gaze locked on him, wary, coiled like a spring. He signed without flinching. "Done," the handler said. "Chain's yours to break, or not." Cal pocketed the chit. He pulled his multi-tool from his belt, thumbed the plasma cutter to life. Blue flame hissed. The crowd gasped as he stepped onto the block. "Hold still," he told Vrya. She tensed, muscles rippling under her scales. The restraint collar hummed, injecting suppressants. Cal sliced clean through the lock. Sparks flew. The collar clattered to the dirt. Vrya rubbed her neck, fangs clicking. Whispers rippled. Cursed one freed. "Human fool, follow my truck," Cal said. He jumped down, strode to his battered hauler, no glance back. She hesitated, 1 beat. Then her boots thudded after him. The yard gate clanged open. Cal fired the engine. Vrya vaulted into the cargo bed without a word. Tires crunched gravel as they hit the main drag into town. Shouts erupted from the market sidelines. Rotten fruit splattered the windshield. A rock pinged off the hood. Vrya surged to her feet in the bed, claws extending. Her voice cut through the cab vents, guttural with accent. "They attack. I end them." Cal gripped the wheel tighter. Both hands stayed locked at 10 and 2. "Keep low. We're not stopping." Another volley. Overripe pods burst across the grill. A cluster of aliens jeered from the depot steps, Matron Ishal's silhouette prominent among them. Her administrator robes fluttered as she pointed. Vrya snarled, vaulting halfway over the cab roof. Her warrior braid whipped in the wind. "Down!" Cal barked. He floored it past the checkpoint. Deputy Harlan Voss leaned on his patrol skiff, arms crossed but waved them through with a scowl. Vrya dropped back, fists clenched. The town receded in the mirrors. Dust clouds swallowed the jeers. Cal eased off the throttle on the rutted farm road. His spread appeared ahead, modest domes patched with solar foil, fields of synth grain swaying under irrigation drones. He pulled into the yard, killed the engine. Vrya leaped out, scanning horizons. "Why buy, you soft-skinned? No curse stories?" Cal grabbed his toolkit from the cab. "Need hands for harvest." Fence lines down. Curse don't fix wire. She circled him, nostrils flaring. "I kill, not farm. Clan sold me after battle. Shadows took squad. Branded me." He nodded once, set the kit by the barn. "Shadows happen. Eat first, then work." She followed into the dome. Steam rose from the auto kettle as he punched in rations. Protein slabs. Vrya devoured hers standing, eyes never leaving the door. "Deputy Voss," Cal said around a bite. "He'll check papers tomorrow. Town hates strays." Vrya flexed claws. "I fight him." "No." Cal wiped his mouth. "You fight? They test curse. Public. Drive you out, bloody." She tilted her head, scales shifting colors, blue to wary green. "You fear?" "Practical." He stood. "Grab cutters. South fence first." Dawn broke as they worked. Cal yanked posts straight. Vrya hauled warped struts like twigs, her strength bending alloy where his pry bar failed. She drove stakes with precise slams. No waste. "Clan trained," she said, wiping sweat. "Guard elite, till shadows. Call threaded wire. Farms no battlefield. Steady winds." By noon, half the line gleamed taut. Civ Ren's skiff buzzed over from the neighbor plot. The alien mechanic hopped out, toolkit clanking. His multifaceted eyes darted to Vrya. "Call. Heard you bought the cursed one." Civ kept distance. Matron Ishal spreading it. Voss too. Cal nodded wire. "Papers clean. She's pulling weight." Vrya straightened, silent. Civ eyed her scars. "Competence I respect. Rumors, they stick." "Prove 'em wrong," Cal said. Civ grunted, tossed a spare coil. Hydraulics on your baler seized. Fix it? Vrya moved first. She hefted the baler from the shed, flipped it onto its side. Tools blurred in her grip, disassembled seals in seconds. Civ whistled. Warrior hands, precise. Call watched. Trust flickered in her glance his way. Deputy Voss's skiff roared up at dusk. Lights flashed. Harlan Vost stomped out, badge glinting. Mercer, indenture chit. Cal handed it over. Vrya stood by the barn door, arms crossed. Voss scanned the paper. Cursed stock. Matron says void it. Town vote pending. Legal buy, Call said. She stays. Voss eyed Vrya. Test her tomorrow. Market Square. Curse flares under stress. Public good. Vrya growled low. Claws twitched. Cal stepped between. She works my land. That's her test. Voss holstered his scanner. Council says otherwise. Dawn. Square. Bring her. He spun back to his skiff. Tires spat gravel. Gone. Vrya paced. I pass test. Writ them. Cal locked the dome. Not alone. We prep. Night fell. Cal rigged a simulator from fence wire and a shock box. Mild pulses to mimic stress flares. Vrya endured rounds, scales steady. Why help? She asked, breath ragged after 10th pulse. Cal adjusted voltage. Kindness ain't soft. It's tool, like this. Her hand brushed his, rough scales on calloused palm. Warmth lingered. Dawn tinted the fields. Cal loaded tools in the truck bed. Vrya climbed in beside him this time, not behind. Town square loomed. Crowd already thick. Ishal on the platform. Voss at her side. Chance rose. Curse out. Cal parked. Vrya tensed. Steady, he said. Your strength. My plan. They stepped out. Crowd parted, hissing. Ishal raised a scanner orb. Curse test. Touch activates. Shadows claimed the tainted. Vrya mounted the platform. Orb hummed. She gripped it. Nothing. Crowd murmured. Ishal frowned. Deeper stress. Voss fired a stunner. Low yield. Bolt grazed Vrya. She snarled, but scales held blue, no shadows. Cal vaulted up. Enough. She's clean. Shouts turned. Civ Ren pushed forward. I fixed with her. No curse. Whispers spread. A farmer nodded. Field straight. Ishal blanched. Irregular. Vrya lunged, not at her. She seized Voss's stunner, crushed it to scrap. Test. Crowd stilled. Cal met Vrya's eyes. Green scales deepened. Voss backed off. Ishal fled the platform. They walked to the truck, hand in hand. But in the shadows of the depot, a clan scout watched. Whispers of true curse revenge began. Cal yanked the truck keys from the ignition. Dust settled around the homestead. Vrya slid out. One clawed hand clamped over her grazed shoulder. Blue welts pulsed under torn scales. Arm up, Cal said. He grabbed the medkit from the cab. She hissed, backing toward the barn. No clinic. They chain curs there. Not going. Cal popped the kit open on the tailgate. Field tape holds. Antiseptic stings less than infection. Vrya eyed the roll of synth tape and spray vial. Her tail flicked doubt. Warriors endured pain silent. Humans prodded it like a loose bolt. He waited. She extended the arm. Cal peeled back the rent scale. Stunner burn charred deep. Red flesh bubbled beneath. He sprayed antiseptic. She stiffened but held still. Cool mist foamed, sealing raw edges. Stubborn, he muttered. Like me. Her green eyes locked on his. You fight clean, no shadows. Told you. He layered tape strips, pressing firm. Scales knit under his palm. Warm, rough. Her breath steadied. There. Swing a hammer tomorrow. It'll hold. Vrya flexed. Pain faded to ache. No clinic probes. No judgment. She nodded once. Sharp. Chores first. Call tossed her a shovel from the bed. Not the blunted guard spade from town regs. Real steel edge gleamed. Beside it, a fence plier set and mallet. Southfield's fence sags. Mark posts. Dig holes. Reset. Tools. Stay yours. She caught them midair. Claws tested heft. No leash embedded. No tracker chip. Mine? Prove 'em. Cal handed over the cabin key. Brass, worn smooth. Door's yours too. No more porch watch. Vrya gripped the key. Scales flushed deeper green. A warrior's oath bound tighter than chains. She turned for the fields without a word. Cal watched her stride out. Broad shoulders cut the horizon line. Competence radiated. Every step measured. He loaded his own tools. Truck bed emptied. Routine grounded him. Half-hour later, hammering echoed. Cal crested the rise. Vrya worked the south perimeter. She drove stakes deep, no wasted swing. Weak points, rotted posts, strained wire. She'd chalked X's in white dust. Precise as a battle map. He crouched by one mark. Fence leaned from burrowing roots. Good eyes. She wiped chalk from claws. Weakness invites breach. Clan scouts prowl now. Cal straightened, saw the depot shadow. Ishal's kin? Revenge scent. Raya scanned treeline. Ears twitched at rustle. Test failed. They strike quiet. Patrol it daily.
He pointed west boundary. My rifle's in the rack.
Yours if needed. Her gaze sharpened. Trust layered like the tape on her skin. One rule? Cal met her stare. No killing on my land. Say it. Vrya planted the shovel. No killing on your land. Words hung solid. Pact sealed. Engine growl cut the air. Deputy Voss's cruiser crested the drive. Lights flashed silent. He killed it. Boot-heavy steps crunching gravel. Stunner holster empty. Replaced by a bulkier pulse rifle. Cal. Voss nodded curt. Eyes flicked to Vrya. Heard the scrap show. Crowd split. Ishal's filing irregularity claim. Matron wants her out by dusk. Cal crossed arms. Test. Passed. Crowd saw. Scanner glitched. Voss thumbed holster. Clan reps inbound. Say she's deep cursed. Battlefield hex. Shadows delayed. Vrya growled low. Claws flexed on plier handles. Cal stepped forward. She's worker. Fields prove it. File your claim. Voss eyed the fresh fence line. Chalk marks gleamed efficient.
Civ Ren vouched.
Mechanic don't lie. He paused. But prejudice sticks. Town hall tomorrow. Hand her over clean. Or we drag, no drag. Cal's voice stayed level. Tools weighed his belt. Heavy promise. Vrya shifted. Ready. Voss backed to cruiser. Stubborn farmer. Door slammed. Tires spun dirt. Cal exhaled. Perimeter again. Double it. She nodded. Shovel over shoulder. She vanished into brush. Sun dipped. Cal fried synth eggs in the cabin. Grease popped. Door clicked. Vrya entered. Key in claw. Dust caked her scales. She set tools by the sink. Precise alignment. Find anything? He slid a plate over. Scout sign. She tapped a pouch. Out tumbled wire twists. Clan braid, etched with curse runes. They circle. Cal chewed. Practical threat. Wire traps tomorrow. Your marks guide. She ate fast. Efficient. Fork scraped clean. You feed. Arm mends. Key turns. Green eyes held his. Why? Kindness is tool. Cal's calloused hand covered hers. Scales warmed under touch. Fixes more than hate. Vrya didn't pull away. Tail curled near his boot. Knock rattled door. Civ Ren stood outside. Toolkit slung. Cautious eyes darted. Then softened on Vrya. Civ nodded. Voss buzzed me. Clan ships docking dawn. Ishal greased permits.
Cal waved him in.
Coffee? Civ declined. Heard your patrol marks. Tight work. To Vrya, my rig needs clutch. Help? She rose. Weakness invites breach. Civ chuckled. Human saying, fair deal seals it. They huddled over a holosomatic. Vrya traced flaws. Civ nodded approval. Cal watched. Tinkerer and warrior meshed seamless. Alien skill met human grit. Mid-plan, Vrya's ears pinned. Scouts. 3. East fence. Call grabbed rifle. Civ, rig lights. Raya, flank. No words wasted. Civ dashed to shed. Vyra melted into dark. Cal chambered round crouched porch. Shadows stirred. 3 figures, cloaked, rune-etched blades glinting. They cut wire at her chalked X. Cal flicked porch flood. Light speared them. Town line. Back off. Raya burst from flank. She hurled a marked post-like spear. It pinned a scout's cloak to tree. No kill. Rule held. Scouts snarled. One flung curse-orbed shadow wisps coiled. Civ's rig roared life. Headlights blinded. Horn blared code. Retreat. Figures scattered. Orb fizzled in dirt. Cal lowered rifle. Clean. Vrya retrieved post. Unmarred. Bond holds. Civ clapped her shoulder. Competence talks. Town'll hear. Dawn broke harsh. Cal loaded truck anew. This time Vrya beside. Tools shared. Hand brushed his on-gear shift. Warmth lingered. Town loomed again, but whispers shifted. Farmer's cursebreaker. Clan ship descended. Ramps hissing. Ishal waited with Voss. Bigger crowd. Chance mixed. Some out, others prove. Cal parked. Your strength. My plan. Revaya gripped key in pocket. No killing. They stepped out. A farmer waved. Civ nodded from depot. Prejudice cracked, but clan leader descended ramp. Eyes locked on Vrya. True revenge blade gleamed. Battle debt calls. Cal squared shoulders, tools ready. Bond, unbreakable. Vrya lunged. Her shield brace locked into the earth with a crack. The lead pack beast reared, horns slashing air. It bellowed, hooves pounding toward Cal's irrigation pump. Shadows flickered from her branded arm. Curse wisps uncoiling like smoke. The beast froze mid-charge, eyes rolling white. Vrya yanked the chain. Massive bolt dragged sideways away from the vital pipes. Two more beasts veered, stampeding past the furrow. Cal dropped his hoe. Water gushed from the shattered mainline. Spray hit his face, cold and wasteful. Harvest fields downstream starved without it. He sprinted to the valve box. Hold this! He jammed a wrench into the brake. Pressure hammered his hands. Vrya released the beast. It bolted into the scrub, herd trailing. She vaulted the fence, landed beside him. Her clawed fingers gripped the valve stem, precise, unyielding. Cursed shadows clung to her scales, fading slow. No rampage, no death. Steady, Cal said. Twist left. Quarter turn. She complied. Leak slowed to a trickle. He threaded a patch clamp. Wrenches clicked. Sweat stung his eyes. Clock ticked. Fields needed flow before noon heat baked the roots. She held rock solid. Muscles corded under iridescent hide. Her breath synced to his rhythm. Trust in the grip. Pipes groaned. Clamp sealed. Cal spun the valve wide. Water roared clean through the line. Fields drank again. He wiped his brow. Saved. Vrya released the stem. Her eyes met his. Golden slits narrowing. Pump. Lives. Hoofbeats echoed from the road. Civ Wren's hover truck skidded up. The alien mechanic leaped out, toolkit clanking. Spare couplers dangled from his belt. Heard the bellow. Line busted. Pack beast panic. She's the brace that stopped it. He jerked thumb at Vrya. Civ's frills twitched. He eyed the curse brands on her arm. Scars from battlefield sail. Town whispered death touch. But he scanned the gouges. Couplers match your spec. Hold? He tossed a set to Cal. Vrya stepped back. Silent, watched Cal bolt them on. Test flow, Cal said. Pump hummed. No leaks. Civ crouched, inspected her brace marks in dirt. Deep, unyielding. She followed your call, Civ muttered. No berserk. Curse slept. Cal straightened. Curse or not, competence held. Coffee? Civ hesitated. Truck idled, but he followed to the porch. Cal poured from the thermos. Steam rose, bitter and dark. Mugs clunked on the scarred table. Vrya sat across, posture rigid. Warrior discipline. She accepted a mug, sipped slow. Civ gripped his. Town's buzzing. Matron Ashal logged her docking. Outcast papers. Boss wants her gone. Cal leaned forward. She dragged that beast off my harvest. Shadows spooked it. Saved the pump. First curse here didn't kill squat. Vrya tensed, claw-tapped mug. No words. Language barrier thick, but eyes sharp. Civ's frills relaxed a fraction. Pack beasts bolt from shadows. Old clan lore. But your brands. He nodded at her arm. Battle curse. Kills allies, they say. Lore's wrong. Cal said. She held my valve like a vice. No snap. My fix. Her strength. Harvest stands. Vrya set mug down. Strength serves. Voice gravel low. Accented. Progress. Civ sipped. Fair deal.
My depot's neutral, but Ishal profits on fear.
Outcasts work her docks till spent. Cal refilled mugs. Not here. She stays. Tools need hands. Civ eyed Vrya. She met gaze steady. No flinch. Competence talks, he said finally. I'll vouch at market. Voss pushes, but facts bend him. Passing a rag. Warm scales against callus. Spark lingered. She pulled back. Colors shifted on her neck. Approval flush. Cal grinned. Rig lights next time beasts stray. Civ chuckled. Truck hummed away. Afternoon bent to routine. Cal plowed furrows. Raya hauled feed sacks. 2 at a time. Easy for her. Pump thrummed. Fields greened. Dusk fell. Stars pricked sky. She sharpened her brace at the fire pit. Metal sang. Town tomorrow. Market run. Vrya nodded. Ishale watches. Watch back. He handed her a gearshift key. Spare. Your pocket. Her claws closed around it. Bond sealed in metal. Night deepened. Fence wire twanged. Cal grabbed rifle. Civ. Rig lights. Vrya. Lank. No words wasted. But whispers grew. Dawn brought truck tracks to town. Cal loaded crates. Vrya beside him now. Hand brushed his on gearshift. Warmth lingered. Town square loomed. Stalls bustled. Matron Eshal's booth dominated. Rune scales gleaming. She tallied outcast labor chits. Deputy Harlan Voss patrolled edge. Badge glinting. Human lawman. Alien blind. Cal parked. Unloaded greens. Crowd parted. Whispers. Curse on farm. Pump cursed? Vrya gripped key in pocket. Stood tall. A farmer waved. She braced the beast. Fields wet? Cal nodded. Saved. Civ nodded from depot stall. Facts. Ishal approached. Scales oiled. Outcast harbors. Rule breach. Curse test tomorrow. Public. Voss loomed. Hand her over, Mercer. Town safety. Cal squared up. Test fair, she proved on my land. Crowd murmured. Some out. Others prove. Vrya's shadows twitched faint. No outburst. Clanship descended then. Ramps hissed steam. Bigger crowd. Chants mixed. Ishal smirked. Clan claims deaths. Voss gripped holster. Cal touched Vrya's arm. Your strength. My plan. Leader descended ramp. Eyes locked on her. Revenge blade gleamed. Vrya stepped forward. Brace ready. Shadows coiled hungry. Cal hefted tool crate. Wrench in hand. Bond unbreakable, but prejudice cracked wider that day. Civ spread word. Curse saved harvest. Farmers nodded. Voss scowled. Ishal tallied losses. Night fell on farm anew. Vrya patrolled fence. Cal checked pump. Steady flow. Her hand found his. Scales to skin. Debt breaks. Bond holds. He squeezed. Holds. Dawn broke. Truck rolled again. Town waited. Test loomed. Shadows danced at her feet. Not curse. Alley. Voss's patrol closed in. Test now. Public square. Cal loaded Vrya aboard. We face it. Clan blade waited. But farm stood green. First win. Ishal's booth emptied. Beer profit waned. Raya's grip tightened on gearshift. Warmth spread. Romance bloomed in dirt and trust. Deputy's voice crackled radio. All units. Curse test in force. Cal floored it. Bond roared louder. Town gates swung. Crowd roared. Blade gleamed. Prove time. Deputy Voss slammed his boot on Cal's porch step. Mercer. Sign for this. Your alien's a hazard asset now. Cal wiped sweat from his brow and took the datapad. Red stamps glared. Curse bearer containment order. Immediate compliance or fines tripled. Raya's shadow tendrils flicked behind the barn door. Alert, but still. Cal scanned the text. No arrest warrant. Just bureaucracy biting at his heels. She's under work contract, Voss. Legal labor. You know that. Voss hooked thumbs in his belt. Contract don't override hazard protocols. Shadows match curse descriptors. Hand her over for processing. or face leans on your deed. Cal folded the notice. Raya's eyes met his from the shadows. Golden slits narrowed, scales rippling tension. She gripped her brace, warrior discipline holding. No outburst. Good. Not arguing in the dirt, deputy. I'll appeal it proper. Cal stepped past him to the truck. Engine growled awake. Voss blocked the door. Street fights are your style, farmer? Town hall's open, but clock's ticking. Cal shouldered by. Paperwork's my style today. He climbed in. Vraya slid into the passenger seat, silent. Her tendrils coiled around the gear shift, steadying it. Truck peeled gravel toward town. Tires crunched into town hall lot. Cal gripped the notice. Goal. File appeal. Buy time. Crowd milled near the market. Whispers of curse test rippled. Civ Ren waved from his shop, wrench in hand, but Cal nodded once and pushed inside. Matron Eschal loomed at the counter, claws tapping a terminal. Mercer. Bold. Bringing her here. Her eyes flicked to Vraya, who stood rigid, shadows tucked tight. Work contract appeal. Form 47B. Cal slapped the notice down. Eschal's lips curled. Hazard asset overrides contracts. Public curse verification scheduled. Dawn tomorrow, square. She fails. You both forfeit. Cal leaned in. Appeal first. Law says provisional stay. She punched keys. Screen flashed denial. Overridden, and no supplies for curse bearers. Your alien's banned from markets. Starve her out, farmer. Vraya's tendril brushed Cal's boot. Subtle warning. He felt the warmth through leather. Trust. Logged the appeal. That's enough. Ishal smirked. Verification proves it moot. Clan delegates arrive tonight. Her battle debt demands blood. Cal turned for the door. Crowd outside thickened. Outcast! Someone yelled. Stone skipped near Vraya's feet. She didn't flinch. Cal opened the truck door for her. In. They drove back silent. Her hand, scaled, calloused, rested on his knee. Pulse quickened under his fingers. No words needed. Farm gate clanged shut. Cal killed the engine. Shed. Now, we ration. Vraya followed. Door creaked open to bins, grain sacks, dried protein strips, tool oil for her brace. Cal hauled a crate down. Week's worth. You eat double for strength. I stretch mine. She tilted her head, tendrils tasting the air. Curse test. They summon clan blade. Cal inventoried fast. Pump seals good. Water steady. Seed stores full. Test shadows. Not you. We prep. He portioned sacks, half for her patrols, half meals. Her hands steadied his as he marked dates. Scales to skin, warmth spread. Debt calls me traitor, her voice low, edged. Shadows. From field wound. Clan brand's curse. Cal met her days. Shadows saved my harvest. Civ saw, others whisper now. He sealed the last bin. We work proven square. Night fell sharp. Vraya patrolled fence line. Tendrils probing dark. Cal checked traps. Nothing. Truck radio crackled. Voss. Mercer. Verification enforced. Dawn. No tricks. Cal gripped the mic. Logged. Clicked off. She returned, brace humming. Clan leader knows me. Revenge gleams. Cal pulled a stool close. My plan, you brace. I tool up. Bond holds. His hand found hers. She squeezed. Firm. Trusting. Romance flickered in the squeeze. Dirt streaked and real. Dawn edged horizon. Truck engine roared. Vraya gripped gear shift, tendrils weaving with his fingers. Town gates loomed. Crowd roar built. Ishal's booth waited empty. No profit in chaos yet. Voss's patrol flanked the square. Clan ship hissed down. Ramp steaming. Leader descended. Laid out. Eyes locked on Vraya. Battle debt. Curse claims you. Cal hefted his crate. Wrenches, seals, proof of work. Vraya stepped forward. Shadows uncoiling, hungry. Not curse. Ollie. But prejudice cracked. Civ yelled from edge. She fixed my rig. Curse my ass. Farmers nodded. Voss scowled. Hand on holster. Ishal tallied nothing. Test began. Matron called. Shadows forth. Verify. Vraya extended brace. Tendrils lashed. Air hummed. Crowd gasped. Blade raised. Cal touched her arm. Your strength. She nodded. Shadow struck. Not wild. Precise. Blade clattered from leader's grip. Pinned. Harmless. Silence. Then cheers. Civ whooped. Farmers surged. She works. Voss froze. Ishal paled. Clan leader spat. No debt. Strength proven. Vrya turned to Cal. Hand in his. Scales warm. Bond breaks curse. He grinned. Holds, but radio crackled anew. Voss. Test passed. New order incoming. Hazard cleared for now. Town murmured. Prejudice bent. Not broke. Truck rolled home. Green fields waiting. Dawn bloomed brighter. Deputy's voice followed. Mercer, watch your back. Ishal's not done. Cal floored it. Bond roared. Next fight loomed. Torches bobbed through the dark, closing on the barn door. Cal jerked awake in the farmhouse loft, boots hitting floorboards before his brain caught up. Vrya's shadow already stretched across the wall, tendrils uncoiling from her brace. Silent as smoke, he grabbed his shotgun from the hook. Barn? She nodded, scales glinting in moonlight. 3, armed. They hit the yard together. Flames lit crude faces. 2 locals from Ishal's market crew. Clubs raised. Third hung back, signaling. Raya surged ahead. Her tendrils lashed out, precise whips that cracked against wrists. Clubs flew. Men yelped, clutching empty hands. No blood. No blades drawn. The leader swung a torch. Raya sidestepped, tendril looping his ankle. He sprawled face first into dirt. Cal pumped the shotgun. Enough. Torches guttered. Attackers froze, eyes wide on the writhing shadows pinning them. Get their faces, Vrya said, voice steady. Cal hauled the leader into yard lights first. Phone out. He snapped photos. Clear shots of scarred cheeks, market tattoos, complaint file updated. Second man next, dragged squirming. Third bolted for the fence. Rya's tendril snapped like a cable, caught his boot mid-stride. He tumbled, cursing. Cal recorded that too. Names, now. They spat dirt, silent, shadows tightened. Elias, Jor, leader muttered. Ishal sent us. Alien trash belongs out. Cal zip-tied their wrists with fence wire. Tell her complaints stack higher than her booth. Sirens wailed distant. Voss's cruiser, Vrya retracted tendrils. Brace clicked shut. She stepped behind Cal as lights flooded the yard. Deputy Harlan Voss stomped out, stun baton glowing. Scanned the scene. Bound men, smoldering torch stubs. Vrya coiled tense. Report. Boss barked. Raiders, Cal said. Tried the barn. Vrya stopped him clean. Faces logged. Voss eyed the alien's tattoos. Locals say provocation. Your freak lashed first. Witnesses claim shadows attacked. Cal stepped forward, blocking Vrya's path. Broad shoulders squared. Log says different. My cams caught it all. Check the file. Voss sneered. Cams. Off-world tricks. Ishal's filing endangerment. Curse draws violence. Hand her over. No. Cal held ground. Shelter's legal. They swung first. Bound men nodded, frantic. She disarmed us. No harm. Voss's jaw tightened. Radio crackled. Ishal's voice. Sharp. Deputy. Escalate. Public safety. They're processed, Cal said. Your men now. Boss uncuffed them rough. Shoved into cruiser. Paused at Vrya. Hearing tomorrow. Curse test. Matron decides. He drove off. Raiders rattling in back. Silence settled. Cal turned. Vrya's scales rippled. Fatigue, not fear. You shielded me, she said. Teamwork. He dusted hands. Coffee? Dawn edged the horizon as they reached the farmhouse. Vrya paused at the door, unclipped her combat blade. Long, serrated, humming faint energy. She pressed it into Cal's palm. Heavy, warm from her grip. Lock it, until hearing. He met her eyes, golden slits, trusting, safe. Inside, he stowed it in the gun safe. Clicked shut. She watched, tendril brushing his arm accidental. Routine kicked in. Cal fired up the coffee drone, beans ground. She leaned on counter, brace humming soft. Why? She asked. Practical. He poured mugs. You fix the harvester, earned spot. Her laugh rasped low. Clans call curse. Shadows hunger. Shadows work. He sipped. Saved my crop last dust storm. She traced Mugrim. You see work, not fear. Civ Wren's truck rattled up outside. Neighbor mechanic, early for parts swap. Cal opened door. Civ squinted past him at Vrya. Heard sirens. Voss again? Raid, Cal said. Handled. Civ grunted, eyed Vrya. Rig's purring since she tuned it. Curse rumors bullshit. Vrya nodded fraction. Fair deal. Civ unloaded crates, wrenches, seals, town meeting tonight. Ishal pushing outcast ban. Your name's Mud, Mercer. Cal stacked parts. Files ready. Proof talks. Civ clapped his shoulder. Stubborn human. Watch flanks. Truck gone. Cal checked barn. Scorch marks cleaned. Harvester gleamed. Vrya's welds flawless. She joined him. Toolkit out. Reinforced doors? Tomorrow. He wiped sweat. Hearing first. Her tendril curled his wrist. Light testing. Bond holds? He grinned. Holds. Market Square buzzed by noon. Cal drove in. Crate of evidence. Cam footage. Repair logs. Complaint stack. Voss loomed at gate. Blade secured? Safe. Cal shouldered past. Crowd parted wary. Farmers nodded. His kind. Dirt under nails. Aliens whispered. Cursebringer. Ishal's booth dominated center. Tall, scaled administrator tallied fees. Eyes locking on Vrya. Outcast. Test imminent. Plan whispers spread. Prejudice thickened air. Civ waved from stall. Rigged the vote. Farmers owe you. Cal unloaded crate. Voss circled. Hand on holster. Matron Ishal ascended platform. Gavel cracked. Curse hearing. Vrya Keth. Shadows prove hazard? Vrya stepped forward. Cal at her side. Ishal smirked. Battle debt unpaid. Produce blade. Cal handed it over. Unpowered. Harmless. Crowd murmured. Shadows forth. Ishal commanded. Verify curse. Vrya extended brace. Tendrils lashed controlled arcs humming air. Clan leader from sidelines rose. Blade drawn, eyes fierce. Det calls, but Civ yelled, She fixed my rig. Curse my ass. Farmers nodded. Ripples spread. Voss scowled. Ishal paled. Test ignited. Shadows struck precise. Leader's blade clattered. Pinned. Safe. Cheers erupted. Clan spat. Strength proven. No debt. Vrya gripped Cal's hand. Scales warm. Bond breaks curse. He squeezed back. Holds. Radio crackled. Voss. Hazard cleared. For now. Truck rumbled home. Green fields waited. Her tendril lingered on his wrist. Dawn bloomed. Deputy's warning echoed. Watch your back. Ishal's not done. Cal floored it. Barn lights flicked on. New shadows in the dark. Torches again. More crunch of gravel. Not alone. Vrya tensed. Raid 2. He grabbed shotgun. Receipts ready. Gravel crunched under heavy boots. Cal racked the shotgun slide. 3 torches bobbed closer. Flames cutting the barn shadows. Vrya crouched beside him. Tendrils coiled tight along her brace. Scales glinting faint under the moon. Outcast witch! A clan voice bellowed from the dark. Ishal calls verification. Surrender her! Cal leveled the barrel. Farms posted, turn back. Vrya hissed low. 5 heat signatures. Armed. Deputy Voss's cruiser screamed up the drive, lights flashing red. He killed the siren, stepped out slow. Mercer. Stand down. Matron's warrant. New curse claim. Relic interference. Town square now. Cal lowered the shotgun a notch. She passed the blade test. Cleared. Voss thumbed his holster. Relic's different. Shadows corrupted. Ishal's legal. Load up or I cuff you both. Vrya gripped Cal's arm. Her tendril brushed his wrist. Warm. Steady. He nodded. Ride with us, deputy. No chains. Truck engine growled to life. Vrya slid in close. Blade sheathed at her hip. Voss followed in his cruiser. Town lights swelled ahead. Square packed tight. Clans, farmers, stalls shuddered. Whispers hissed like steam. Cal parked nose in. He hopped out first, shotgun slung over shoulder. Vrya matched his stride. Crowd parted grudging. Civ Wren waved from his mechanic bay, wrench in fist. Rig it again, Cal. Watch the relic. Matron Eshal waited on the platform, gavel ready. Verification ring glowed center square, coils of wire humming blue, relic pedestal stark white. Voss nudged Cal forward, inside. Test her curse proper. Cal walked Vrya into the ring. Dust kicked up under their boots. Her scales rasped soft against his sleeve. Ishal descended steps, muzzle collar dangling from her claw. Thick leather, suppressor studs embedded. Standard precaution. Shadows bite without it. No, Cal blocked the collar with his forearm. She controls them. I saw it myself. Crowd jeered. Muzzle the witch! Clan blades scraped sheaths. Ishal's eyes narrowed. Refusal forfeits claim. Outcast leaves planet. Vrya tensed. Cal stepped between. Test fair. No muzzle. Voss shifted. Hand hovering. Civ edged closer, muttering. Ishal shrugged. As you wish. She snapped fingers. Technician powered the relic. Crystal pulsed violet. Air crackled ozone sharp. Hold it, outcast. Curse will shatter. Proof for all. Vrya glanced at Cal. He nodded. She extended her brace. Tendrils unspooled, hesitant, gripped the relic base. Violet surged. Shadows lashed wild from her arm. Black whips cracking air, sparking the coils. Crowd recoiled. Jeers swelled. Monster! Burn her! Relic hummed louder. Vrya's scales paled. Tendrils bucked. Relic fracturing faint lines. Ishal smirked. See? Hazard confirmed. Cal scanned fast. Coils arced hot. Ungrounded rig. Charge building lethal. His truck cab held wire spool. Trough clamp and toolbox. He bolted to the truck, yanked the door. Wire uncoiled as he ran back. Thick farm gauge, insulated ends. Crowd surged. He dodged a thrown rock. Cal, Vrya grunted. Shadows veined her grip. Relic glowing overload. He dropped to knees at rig base, clamped trough jaw over coil mount. Solid ground, wire whipped out. Stabbed into damp earth near water barrel. Twist lock bit deep. Spark jumped once. Then grounded. Hum. Died flat. Violet faded. Relic cooled safe in Vrya's claws. Silence crashed. Vrya exhaled. Tendrils retracting smooth. She set Relic down whole. Ishal gaped. Sabotage! Civ shoved through. Rigged from start. He jabbed wrench at coils, ungrounded on purpose. Builds feedback loop. Any shadow user fries. I fixed Ishal's hauler last moon. Saw the mods. Crowd murmured. Farmers pushed forward. Inspected. Voss holstered slow. Open the rig, matron. Now. Ishal's claws flexed. Technician pried panels. Exposed wires, cut grounds, booster caps hidden. Gasps rippled. Clan leader spat. Falsely accused. Civ grinned at Cal. Told you. Farmers owe you double. Vrya stepped to Cal's side. Her tendril looped his wrist firm. You grounded my curse. He squeezed her scaled hand. Just physics. Hold steady. Cheers broke wild. Voss keyed radio. Test voided. Rig fraud. Outcast cleared. Again. Ishal stormed off platform. Gavel tucked. Crowd milled. Prejudice cracking like the relic's veins. Civ clapped Cal's back. Beer at my stall. On me. Cal nodded, but eyes tracked Ishal's retreat. Her glare promised more. Truck rumbled out square. Vrya leaned close. Clan whispers. Shifted. Your fix. Binds them. Tools work. Cal flexed fingers on wheel. Her tendril stayed, pulse sinking his. Dawn crested hills. Farm waited quiet. No torches. But radio crackled Voss again. Mercer. Ishal filed appeal. Federal arbiter inbound. Watch skies. Cal glanced up. Speeder contrail scarred horizon. Vrya sharpened her blade slow. They come prepared. Grab toolbox. Receipts and wire ready. Shadows stretched long across fields. Her tendril brushed his neck. Trust, solid. Barn door creaked open. Inside, relic hummed faint on shelf. Trophy now. Clan riders ghosted tree line. Cal racked shotgun fresh. Vrya stood tall, tendrils poised, together. Engine roar swelled, not alone. Voss's cruiser braked hard at gate. Mercer. Arbiter's orders. Final curse. Scan. Rings relocated. Your farm. Floodlights hit barn. Ishal's platform truck rolled in behind, relic rigged twice size. Crowd spilled from speeders. Clans doubled. Farmers trailing wary. Cal shouldered shotgun. Private land. No. Arbiter drone hovered. Voice amplified. Legal override. Hazard protocol. Vrya gripped blade. Scales flushed battle red. Civ's hauler rumbled up last. Broad inspectors. Fair play. Cal eyed the rig. Massive coils. Relic triple charged. Same trick? Ishal sneered from platform. Improved. Hold it, outcast, or forfeit all. Crowd jeered louder. Torches lit again. Raya stepped forward. Cal blocked. Not without mods. He uncoiled fresh wire. Triple gauge this time. Trough clamps bit earth deep. Truck battery jumper cables snaked out, grounded full. Civ nodded approval. Technician powered up. Violet exploded. Arcs lashed wild. Raya's tendrils clamped relic core. Shadows surged, but ground sucked charge dead. Rig whined overload. Panels blew sparks. Ishal shrieked. Stop! Relic stabilized. Vrya held firm. Shadows controlled arcs. Precise. Harmless. She released it whole. Crowd hushed. Civ yanked panels. Boosters again. Arbiter scan logs. Drone beamed data. Fraud confirmed. Outcast exonerated. Matron fined. Cheers thundered. Farmers surged to Shal's platform. She fled to speeder. Boss holstered. Cleared permanent. No more tests. Raya turned to Cal. Tendril coiled his arm full. You're stubborn. Breaks worlds. He pulled her close. Scales warm against his chest. Routine fixes. Clan leader approached. Blade sheathed. Debt paid. Clan welcomes. Civ laughed. Beer now? Dawn bloomed full. Prejudice dust settled, but horizon contrails thickened. Federal ship inbound. Cal watched skies. Shotgun ready. Her hand in his. Bond unbreakable. Vrya murmured. More raids. Receipts endless. Cal gripped the datapad stylus. Ink bit into the legal slate as he scrawled his name. Arbiter drone hovered, sealing the permanent sponsorship bond with a red pulse. Mercer. Cal. Sponsor of record. Outcast Vrya Keth elevated to bonded kin. Liability yours. Vrya stood rigid beside him. Her tendrils twitched against his sleeve. Town square buzzed. Farmers stamped feet. Aliens hissed approval. Boss holstered his stun baton nearby. Done legal. She's farm stock now. Keep her contained. Not contained. Cal pocketed the pad. Partnered. Matron Ishal shoved through the crowd. Her robes reeked of scorched circuits. Halt! This bond's invalid. Indentured assets revert to yard control. I claim authority. Vrya uncoiled a tendril. It lashed out, pinning Ishal's datapad midair. Authority? Your rigged relic proved fraud. Logs show tampered yields. 3 cycles underweight. Audit the yard, now. Ishal snatched at the pad. Missed. Crowd murmured. Civ elbowed forward. She's right. Saw the manifests myself. Arbiter. Drone word. Beamed scans across indenture yard feeds. Hollow projected. Falsified weights. Skimmed credits. Ishal paled. Fabrication. Fine doubled. Arbiter intoned. Yard. Seized. Matron. Surrender codes. Voss cuffed her wrists. Out. Federal auditors en route. Ishal spat curses as deputies dragged her off. Vrya released the pad. It clattered clean. Cal clapped her shoulder. Scales flexed warm under his palm. Solid call. Her eyes gleamed violet. Truth cuts deeper than blades. Civ grinned. Harvest tomorrow? My rig's primed. Neighbors owe you after this show. Cal nodded. All in. Dawn start. Sun-crested fields. Cal fired up the harvester. Blades whirred to life. Neighbors rolled in. Civ's truck first, then Harlan Voss with 2 deputies, wary but present. 5 alien tinkers trailed, tools slung. Last, a dozen farmers on loaders. Goals full yield by dusk. Cal shouted over engines. Vrya runs safety. Listen sharp. She strode center field. Tendrils extended, scanning rows. Perimeter clear. Yield nodes at 80%. Drones inbound. Reroute east. Her voice boomed. laced with warrior timbre. Civ revved his rig, bossy outcast. Like it, he gunned forward. Voss crossed arms. She twitches. I stun. Watch. Cal loaded seed troughs. Harvester lurched into cornstalks. Vines snapped crisp under treads. Halfway through first row, Curse stirred. Raya's shadows flickered. Dark tendrils bled from her scales, coiling air. Harvester stuttered. Sparks jumped from belts. Crowd froze. Voss drew stun. Curse! Vraya surged. Her tendrils clamped the drive coil. Shadows poured in. Not wild. Channeled. They knit frayed belts. Sucked overload heat. Harvester purred smooth. She pulled back. Ooh, shadows retracted clean. Civ whooped. Boosted at 20%. Run her full. Farmers cheered. Loaders accelerated. Voss holstered slow. Contained. For now. Cal met her gaze across the field. She nodded once. Bond hummed unspoken. Yields piled high by noon. Cal cracked beers from the cooler. 2 routines. Vraya accepted 1. Foam fizzed against her scales. Your routines. Forge armies. Civ leaned in. Heard feds inbound. Contrails yesterday. Eshal's call. Cal scanned skies. Clear for now. Receipts wait. We stack hay first. Afternoon grind peaked. Loaders groaned under full bins. Vraya patrolled edges, tendrils flagging weak stalks. One tinker slipped. Foot caught in root tangle. She yanked him free, shadows cushioning the fall. No bruise. Deputy whistled. Useful curse. Not curse! Vraya snapped, oath-bound skill. Dusk fell. Bins overflowed. Neighbors slapped backs. Voss lingered. Town council meets tonight. Her status. Debate. Cal wiped sweat. Bonds permanent. Done. Square filled again. Torches lit. Council elders perched on platforms. 3 aliens. 2 humans. Boss took stand. Outcast cleared test. But curse lingers. Risks town. Murmurs rose. Civ stood. Saved my rig. Boosted yields. Competence. A farmer piped up. Shadows fixed my loader mid-row. Gold. Vraya stepped forward. Scales gleamed firelight. Tendrils unfurled full. Shadows danced, controlled at tips. Town gasped. Curse up close. Violet cores pulsed. Arcs licked harmless. She knelt before Cal, blade drawn from boot sheath. Clan forged, etched runes. Sponsor. Kin. I reject clan call. Offer warrior oath. Blade reversed, hilt to him. Your fields, my guard. Your foes, my kill. Bond eternal. Cal took the hilt. Warmth spread up his arm. Accepted. Rise, partner. She stood. Tendril coiled his wrist. Tight. Claiming. Crowd hushed. Then roared. Elders stamped approval. Oath witnessed. Status clan kin. Permanent. Voss nodded curt. Legal. Civ poured rounds. To unbreakable. Clan leader from Dawn pushed through. Blade sheathed. Oath supersedes. Welcome visits any time. Vraya leaned into Cal. Chose right. He squeezed her hand. Scales meshed fingers perfect. Knew you would. Torches dimmed. Laughter echoed. But Cal eyed horizon. Contrails thickened. 3 streaks now. Federal speeders. Hulls stamped authority gold. Voss followed his gaze. Ishal's audit appeal. Feds want the curse asset. Vraya growled low. Shadows flickered eager. They test. We ground them. Cal racked shotgun shells. Receipts endless. Farms ready. Her tendril tightened. Oath sealed. Town watched skies with them. Prejudice ash. Bonfire. Feds dropped low. Sirens wailed. Cal chambered round. Welcome home.